Hey kids, how's it going? I'm Ryan. These are my friends. We have Cat, like meow. We have Autumn, like the season. We have Paisley here, like, keep a good pace, Paisley, so you can remember the names. And we have Justin, like Justin, because I don't know what to relate that with. So we had this awesome book we're going to share with you today. Don't tell anybody about it. It's our big secret, and we're going to teach y'all how to save money because we all are professionals at saving money. This is why I have this huge office. This is mine because I've learned to save money all these years, and I'm going to teach you the secrets of doing this. So this book is going to tell you how to do this so you can save money like us and be pros. So the first thing, I'm just going to read you a passage from this to get us started, and then I'm going to pass it to my friends here just to go back. And also, we're the first bank. We are a regional bank. I'm in Hattiesburg. Miss Cat here, she's in Oak Grove. Autumn is Hattiesburg here also. Paisley is Petal, and Justin, our friend over here, he's in Purvis. So just to give you a background on us. But back to the book. When little bears spend every nickel and penny, the trouble with money is they never have any. So remember that. Remember that in life. Save money. I'm passing to my friend Kat. Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan. I am going to read from Berenstain Bears, The Trouble with Money. Brother Bear and Sister Bear knew quite a lot about the ways of bear country. They knew where the most beautiful wildflowers grew. They knew where the wild berries grew the thickest and juiciest. They knew the best spot for watching sunrises and sunsets. They knew where all the best honey trees were. They even knew a very special place where you could almost always see a rainbow from a secret space behind the waterfall. But there were some things they didn't know very much about. One of the things Brother and Sister Bear didn't understand very well was money. Oh, they knew money was fun and even more fun to spend. And whenever they got some as a present or for doing a chore for a neighbor, or for no reason at all from Grizzly Gramps, who tends to spoil them, or from Papa Bear, who spoils them even more, they ran as fast as their little legs could carry them to Bear Country Mall to spend it for a honeycomb on a stick or balsa gliders that did loops, a tiny little moth organ that only played 3 notes. They never bought anything sensible and hardly ever saved. Once in a while, Sister put her money in a piggy bank, but she usually shook it out again before it had a chance to cool off from her little hot hand. Brother didn't even have a piggy bank. Mama was becoming concerned about the cub's carefree spendthrift way with money. I think Brother and Sister should have a regular allowance, she said one evening. She and Papa were working on the family books. An allowance? Said Papa. Yeah, so they can learn to use money more sensibly, to save and plan ahead. Oh, no, said Papa. They're much too young for that sort of thing. Let them enjoy themselves. They'll have to worry about money soon enough when they're grown up, he said with a sigh. But it was Papa who first lost patience with their carefulness about money. It happened one day when the cubs had been at the mall spending some pennies a neighbor had given them for walking her dog. That was when they saw the new video game. It was called Astro Bear, and it looked very exciting. I'm going to pass it on to my good friend Autumn, and she's going to tell you about what happened next.
Thanks, Kat. A video game at the mall, Papa shouted. You must think I'm made of money. The cubs thought no such thing, and when they pictured it, it seemed very strange. Mama could see that they were puzzled, and she explained, "Made of money is just a figure of speech, my dears." That's when the cubs realized that the situation was serious, because Papa Bear only used figures of speech when he was upset. You must think money grows on trees, he shouted, another figure of speech. Video games indeed, he continued, becoming more and more upset. There was no such thing as video games when I was a cub. Why, I didn't even know what money was until I was almost grown. Precisely, my dear, interrupted Mama, and that's why this might be a very good time to start brother and sister on a regular allowance so they can— Absolutely not, roared Papa, knocking over a chair. They must earn their money. That's what life is about. Working, earning money, saving for a rainy day. The cubs knew how really serious the situation must be. Papa had used 3 figures of speech and knocked over a chair. They decided right then and there to mend their carelessness, spendthrift ways. It turned out that the cubs were very good at earning money once they set their minds to it. First, they gathered wildflowers from special places they knew about. Then they made them into bouquets and sold them on the side of the road. See, look at that. They got them a little booth set up with some flowers. That's how y'all can get some money. They gathered those fat, juicy wild berries and sold them door to door. Business was very good and very good indeed. Brother and sister were turning out to be even better at making money than they had been at spending it. They organized guided tours of Bears Country's finest beauty spots. Sister's piggy bank was jammed full. They started a very successful pet minding service. Brother had to borrow Mama's sugar bowl to keep extra money in it. And now, at that, I'm going to turn it over to my friend Paisley, and she's going to wrap it up for us.
So how fun is this book? Let's see how the story ends. Those honey trees are a family secret, he complained. The cubs don't seem to understand that some things are more important than money. They've gone from caring too little about money to caring too much. Why? Just look at them. They're turning into greedy, selfish little misers right before our eyes. He pointed at the cubs, who did indeed look like little misers, greedily counting their money. Cubs, said Papa in his sternest voice, we're going to have another talk. But before he could start his speech, the cubs took all the money they had earned selling flowers and berries, doing chores, minding pets, and selling honey tree maps, and dumped it on his lap. Here, Papa, said Brother, this is for you. That's right, said Sister. We thought if we made some money for you, you wouldn't have to worry about it so much. We hope it's enough. Papa was so startled and so embarrassed at having been so wrong about them that he was speechless. That's very generous, said Mama. It's quite a sum of money, and I know Papa appreciates it. But I have what may be a better idea. Papa does worry about money. Most mamas and papas do from time to time. But what Papa is really worried about is you. He wants to be sure you understand that there's more to know about money than how to spend it. You know what I think, said Papa? I think we should start brother and sister on a regular allowance so they can learn to use money sensibly, to save, to plan ahead. An excellent idea, said Mama, smiling. What about the money we earned? Asked the cubs. You earned it, and it's yours, said Mama. What I suggest is that we take it down to the mall and put it in the Bear Country Bank. Good suggestion, said Papa. That money can be your nest egg. Oh dear, cried the cubs. Another figure of speech, and a very appropriate one, said Mama. She explained that the nest egg is the one the farmer leaves in the nest to hatch another chick. When you put money in the bank, it hatches interest. Interest? Asked the cubs, very puzzled. The bank will pay you for leaving your money in their bank? Yes, that's called interest. That day, the Bear family went to the bank and opened an account for the cubs. It happened that the bank was right next to the video arcade. Say, that looks interesting, said Papa when he saw the Astro Bear game. Let's give it a try. So the Bear family gave Astro Bear a try. Papa ended with the lowest score. You know, he said, we didn't have video games when I was a cub. Will you give me another chance at this sometime? Anytime at all, said brother and sister, giving their papa a great big hug. That is the end of the story, and I'm going to invite my friends back, and we're going to talk about what we just read. Come on, guys. Now stand up and let's move the chairs, because that's kind of old. Did y'all just see that blooper? Here I thought that we had stopped the video so I could bring my friends in, and the video wasn't stopped. So here we are. We're going to talk about the Berenstain Bears' Trouble with Money. We hope you had fun reading it like we did.
So as you can see, savings is both fun and good for you. So I would say it is in your interest to save. So my friends and I just wanted to remind you, we're from the First, a National Banking Association. We're all over the area, and we would love to see you soon. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my friends on the spot, and I'm going to ask them what is something that they're saving for. So Autumn, what is something you're saving for?
I'm saving up for a house
That's
for
awesome.
me and my family.
That's awesome. Ryan, what are you saving for?
A rocket ship so I can fly to space and to the moon
That's awesome.
and back, hopefully.
That's right. Basically, what are you saving for?
We want to take a big trip, maybe somewhere out west.
That's awesome. What about you, Kat?
Well, I have a short-term goal and a long-term goal, Justin. My short-term goal is in May, I'm going to Hawaii. So that is my
That's
short-term
awesome.
goal. My long-term goal is a house and a wedding, hopefully.
That's awesome. Well, I'm jealous that Kat's going to Hawaii, and something that I'm saving for is a brand new truck. And so I'm putting money in a savings account just for that. But just again, we thank you so much for your time and your attention with us today. We love sharing this story with you, and we hope to see you guys soon.